I'm afraid I've got some bad news for all the keyboard warrior, indie-loving, Twitter tough-talking, hardcore Philly, New York, Chicago smart fans who think they know everything and you have to be below 6 foot, do a 200 moves a match, and be the constant underdog. You just got. You are the easiest fans to work, the easiest fans to troll. Hashtag cancel WWE Network. Kiss my 1 million subscribers. That's what the WWE Network says to you as the press release just came out. What a week it is in the WWE world with Royal Rumble last Sunday in Philadelphia. Raw technically not canceled. The streak of the most consecutive running, weekly sitcom show, episodic television show, it still technically goes on because they did provide you some original content in that 3-hour block and doing the talking. It does continue. Of course, we will have your typical arena show live on Thursday in the SmackDown time slot on Sci-Fi. People upset over Roman Reigns, and here's what we have to remember. The people that are upset about Roman Reigns are the people that are really voicing it. It is it's probably bigger than minority, but it is just a vocal portion. It is a vocal portion that think it's Daniel Bryan or bust. And I hate this because I love Daniel Bryan. I love the performer. I love the guy. I've loved the performer and the guy before he was in WWE. So I don't want to sound like I'm ripping Daniel Bryan. But what I'm ripping is, I've had so many conversations in the past few days with people in the wrestling business. I've had so many conversations with people on the current WWE roster. Okay, so other guys who aren't Daniel Bryan and who aren't Roman Reigns. I've had conversations with them. I've had conversations with their wives or close friends of theirs. I've been entrenched in conversation because it's just been such a talking point week. And pretty much all of them were all on the same page. And it's opposite of what these cancel the WWE Network people are saying, because you can have an opinion at your right, but there is such thing of having an opinion and it being the wrong opinion if you want to do what is best for business, pun intended. And what I'm talking about is you've never had to run a wrestling company. You've never had to write programming for a wrestling company. You never had to produce content. You never had to have it affect you. I have. Not on WWE scale, but I have. And I've been able to work in and I can tell you there are certain things that you just don't do, or there's certain things that you do want to do. And one of the things you want to do, Daniel Bryan, your boy, he's already a made man. He's a top guy forever, okay? That's great. Top guy forever. When you have a wrestling company, when you're trying to book a wrestling company, you want as many top guys as you can create so they can all work with each other. You know why you love the Attitude Era? Because there's all kinds of colorful characters, and obviously the top of the card can only be so filled. Top quality guys were going in the mid-card, and it was all over. It was great programming top to bottom. WWE's trying to create that with Seth Rollins, with Rusev, with Dean Ambrose, with Ziggler, with all the guys they have. They're trying to create the most quality up and down, bottom to top card they can. Well, look, you already have made guys like Daniel Bryan, okay? So what's the point of putting him back in the same spot 2 years in a row when you can do it for somebody else who reaches a different demo? Daniel Bryan reaches the smart fans or certain fans that like a certain kind of guy. Fine. Roman Reigns reaches a different kind of audience. He reaches maybe the kids or a more casual. Yes, he's a similar version in terms of demographic targeting as John Cena. Well, you know what? You fans were complaining. We've had John Cena on top of the card for 12 years, and it's John Cena versus Randy Orton, John Cena versus Big Show. Well, they're trying to give you something different, and you are stopping or bitching and complaining about it. Let Roman Reigns become a made guy, because then you have Roman Reigns a made guy, and he can add him up to the list there with Daniel Bryan, and eventually you'll have Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, and you fans can decide and split when that time comes. But you don't have to like the Rumble. That's fine. Or you can say, oh, I wish Bryan won. But don't go on this riot in Philadelphia and try to stop the trucks from leaving. Don't do this cancel WWE Network hashtag. It's stupid. It's pointless. It goes against logic. And oh, by the way, the same people saying, I am never watching WWE again, cancel the WWE Network, 18 hours later, you're trying to defy the state of emergency and saying, why can't they just move Raw to a different town? Why aren't they going to have Raw tonight? This is messed up. This is BS. Bad PR. No, you're dumb. You're wrong. I'm right. It's TribLIVE Radio, and I'll tell you so for the next 15 minutes after these commercial breaks.